One of the most necessary things to do in Tampa Bay area is visit the Florida Holocaust Museum in St. Petersburg. It was closed for a while for renovations, and it is now reopened. It's an experience that asks for your time, your attention, and your willingness to sit with some very heavy truths. We'd recommend allotting a good 3 hours for this museum, and please remember that there's a strict clear bag only policy for safety. Bring comfortable shoes and be ready for a lot of reading. Photos and videos are welcomed, just no flash photography.
I was in 5th grade when my music teacher, Miss Nichols, showed our class The Sound of Music, and it sparked a lifelong curiosity for World War II history. It still blows my mind that this happened. One of the first labels that you'll read at this museum is how preventable this tragedy was. How the biggest threat to this was not people's hatred, but people's silence. I'm a firm believer in that if we don't educate ourselves and learn our history, it will absolutely happen again. Hearing the US Vice President say you don't have to apologize for being white anymore, and reading Nazi propaganda like this in 2025 was chilling.
This museum was very well curated. It starts off by showing the normal everyday life of Jewish people before the war. I think a lot of us fail to humanize Jewish people because of the atrocities that happened, so I was glad this museum reminded us of the joy, warmth, and normalcy that existed in these communities. There is just too much material to list in one video, but the exhibits walk you through the rise and progression of Nazi propaganda, euthanasia programs, the escape of refugees to places like Shanghai, and the wide range of victims targeted, including Black Germans, disabled individuals, and many others. This was even more sobering for me now being a special needs teacher.
There were several points where the heaviness became unbearable, leading me to sob in the middle of the room.
2 cousins survived from Europe and 1 aunt, and I think all the rest of them were exterminated.
Hearing a Holocaust survivor's story of how she survived a mass shooting but fell on and suffocated her baby, it was a lot, but necessary to learn. This museum houses one of the few remaining railroad boxcars used by the Nazis to transport victims to concentration camps. Seeing Darren stand next to it made the reality impossible to ignore. They packed 100 people in one boxcar for days on end. When we visited, there was an interactive exhibit where you could ask questions and receive responses from pre-recorded interviews with Holocaust survivors.
My name is Betty Krebenchikov. I'm a Holocaust survivor. I was born in Berlin, Germany. And when I was 9 years old, we had to escape from Germany and found refuge in Shanghai, China.
It felt intimate and powerful. One of my favorite sections was the wall honoring those who resisted, people who helped victims, hid families, forged documents, and risked their lives to do what was right. I pray and hope that I would have had the courage to do the same.
So if you find yourself in St. Pete, please take the time to check out this museum. It's heavy, it's heartbreaking, and it's absolutely needed.